So guys, to be satisfied in life, you have to understand something. That you have to understand life, you have to understand God, you have to understand every single day how to move forward. So to move forward, you have to communicate, okay? And you have to understand to communicate with yourself the most in life, and then make sure that every single day that you're alone in life as much as possible, so that you understand how you never need other people to grow yourself, okay? So in life, you have to understand that God's always with you and God always answers your prayers. So for example, tonight I went to poker and I was hoping to God and I was saying, please God, let me win, for example. And I didn't win. But the thing is, you must understand that I have to believe all the time that God's always given my prayers and God always gives me what I deserve every single time. So the thing is that if you're always winning in poker or if you're always winning in life, I promise you it gets boring. I mean, to always win. I mean, you're always the winner. I mean, think about it. I mean, if you're always winning, if you're always winning in the lottery, for example, you have to understand it gets boring. I mean, in the sense, so the thing is that sometimes to be a good winner, you have to be a good loser. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is that every single day of your life, you have to learn how to prosper. And that's why you have to be satisfied throughout life. You have to understand every single day is a new day. So the thing is, every single day, you have to understand that there's more to say and there's more to do and there's more to actually come by. I mean, in a sense, so every single day you're growing, you're making sure that you're doing the best job you can, making sure that you stay away from the cigarettes, staying away from alcohol and drugs out there, and staying away from most of the food out there is going to help you to succeed tremendously. So every single day you must understand how to succeed. And for example, if you want to understand how to be satisfied in life, you have to understand you have to go through life making sure that you have the outcomes of everything that's going on in terms of everything that's better for you, making sure that you're understanding how to actually better yourself in the process, making sure that you're doing something every single day to succeed, making sure every single day that you have all that you deserve every single day in terms of niceness, and making sure that you're flourishing every single day. So it's very important that you're doing something on a regular basis where you can go and communicate, because you have to understand you have to travel through words. You have to understand that there's ways to improve, and I'm pretty sure there's ways to improve. There's ways to come by in a better way, and making sure that you're always doing something positive for yourself. So if you don't want to work, guys, you have to understand every single day that life is work, and you have to understand that somebody who doesn't want to work doesn't have a life. I mean, so make sure you understand every single day you have to be doing something for your legacy. I mean, you have to grow your legacy, because otherwise nobody else is going to grow your legacy for you. So every single day is an important day for you. So make sure you always treat yourself in the best kind regard every single day, and make sure every single day that you're doing something that's always beneficial for you in the long run. I mean, in a sense, you have to do things in life that's going to help you to succeed in the long run. I mean, in a sense, so every single day that what you put your attention to every single day is something that you have to grow with, and you have to understand that there's a nice and beautiful life waiting for you every single day of your life when you actually do something that's actually productive for yourself every single day. And that way you're actually always growing yourself in the process. So make sure you understand that God's always talking through you and God's always with you, everything in terms of everything that you're doing, and making sure that you're understanding that no matter what happens, that you always have to be looking at life in a positive way. And I mean, you have to always go in a positive direction in life, and making sure every single day that you're doing something to succeed. So for example, if you want to grow your audience, then you have to do things in terms of that. I mean, you have to learn every single day how to build your audience. So the way to build your audience is to spread as much information out there as possible, so that you understand every single day that no matter what, that eventually the more value you provide, the more people will follow you. I mean, there's sense. So make sure you understand it's much more, you have to be a valuable person, but make sure every single day that you understand that if people don't want to follow you, make sure you keep going, and make sure that you understand to be consistent with what you're doing every single day. So the understanding that there's always a positive way forward, and there's always a way to make sure that you can go and do better for yourself. So if you don't want to do better for yourself, then you have to understand to have hope. I mean, make sure you have hope in life, so that you're actually prospering, and so that you're actually understanding that if you if you're hoping in life to do something that's great for you, then make sure you understand that enough hope makes you live life, and make sure you understand that you have to pray, and the more you pray, the better for you. So you have to understand that praying is a form of faith that you have in yourself every single day, to understand that no matter what happens, that you always have to live life to the greatest ability that you can, so that you succeed in different ways, and so that you're growing yourself in the best way possible. So That's the only thing that you have to do every single day on a consistent basis, is making sure that you're growing your audience and making sure that you're growing yourself every single day, the more you can. I mean, you understand? So every single day you must understand that what satisfies you the most is making sure that you are your best version. And that way you have to understand that you have a positive effect in the world, and making sure that you're actually growing yourself the best way you can. So make sure you're always trying to do better all the time, and making sure that you're understanding that you always have to talk better, and you have to always live life to the better degree every single day. You have to understand that there's always a way to understand what you need in life. And so you have to understand that if you want to grow yourself every single day, you have to understand how to actually talk, and you have to understand how to communicate with yourself on a daily basis, to make sure that you're understanding how to actually be positive throughout life. So always make sure that you're always doing something that's always beneficial for yourself, so that you're actually growing yourself, and so that you're actually doing something that's actually helpful for yourself, to understand that there's always a way forward, and there's always a way to live life in the best possible manner forward. I mean, in a sense, so no matter what, make sure every single day that you're always doing something that's always going to help you move forward. So the understanding that, in terms of, so that you're understanding every single day that there's always a way that you can live life in the best degree. I mean, in a sense, so every single day you're always making sure that you're doing something that's always in recognition to yourself and other people, that you're always understanding to recognize yourself, and making sure that you're always doing that nice and beautiful job for yourself. You see, guys, the ability to push your emotions, you have to understand every single day of your life. You have to be pushing your emotions. You have to be someone who's very optimistic around life. So the thing is that when you go to poker, or when you go somewhere around people where you actually can socialize with other people, you have to understand that, first of all, you have to understand that if you want to talk to other people, you have to approach them first, okay? And the thing is that you don't have to talk to other people, but the thing is that people who approach you and talk to you, you have to reply, and you have to give them either silence or give them words of encouragement. So the thing is that the best conversation in the world you're going to have with yourself, and you have to understand every single day you have a conversation with yourself on camera, or on video camera, or audio camera, or in quotes, for example, where I write a lot of quotes for myself, because I understand that the more material I make, the better for me in terms of life. And now when I create something in terms of life, I'm looking to always do better in terms of everything that I do. So, for example, I look forward to making sure that I'm always gravitating toward a better way of life, because I always have that nice and beautiful apostrophe in my life. And what's an apostrophe? Apostrophe is a question. Apostrophe is a statement, and it's also a question mark, and it's also something that is an abbreviation, which is words or encouragement, or making sure that you're understanding that the more you actually create content, for example, you have to understand that the more you're going to build your legacy. And now you must understand that most people don't have a legacy, and they don't have anything that they're doing on a consistent basis to live life. So make sure you understand that when I live my life, for example, I live it to the best degree that I can. I make sure that I'm in my body, I'm feeling my way through life, I'm breathing, I'm making sure that I understand that my body never craves drugs, for example, and your body never craves drugs, okay? But the thing is that many people turn to drugs and alcohol to feed themselves negativity in terms of feelings of anxiety. And you must understand that cigarettes give you anxiety, okay? And so do alcohol. For example, alcohol gives you anxiety, okay? And now, how does alcohol and cigarettes give you anxiety? Because it makes you antisocial, okay? And the thing is that about antisocial people, I promise you, antisocial people don't want to talk to other people, okay? And now, I'm antisocial sometimes because I don't want to talk to other people sometimes, because I don't feel that I have to, for example. And you must understand that I'm not someone who lives on socializing with other people. I live on making sure that I socialize with myself the most, because when I socialize with myself the most, I understand exactly what I'm saying. I understand exactly that I'm my own best friend, and I understand exactly what I need to do to succeed. So the thing is that when I succeed every single day, I read more. I read as much as I can. I make sure that I'm always taking care of my health as much as possible. I'm making sure every single day I'm doing something that's in regard to building my nice and beautiful YouTube channel. I'm making sure every single day that I'm doing something in regards to positivity and work out there that's going to benefit me in the long run. So the thing is that anything that benefits me in the long run is more images and more words, okay? So what do I mean by images? I mean by, for example, when you watch a film, for example, you see images on the screen. So the thing is that I travel through images. I watch a lot of movies, I watch a lot of cartoons, but not the way you think. I promise you, when I watch a lot of cartoons and also movies, I watch it very quickly. I watch only the images on Netflix, okay? And I use a pencil and I just go like this. And the thing is that all these images pop up. And the thing that these images provide me is a new possibility. Apparently provides me a new experience. So I'm always looking to experience life in the best kind of way. I'm always looking to make sure that my life is the best that it can be in everything that I do, okay? So the thing is that I have to always perform at my best. I have to understand that the more content you create, for example, the more your kids can look forward to, and the more you can understand that you're teaching your kids on a daily basis how to live life and how to actually go about life in a better way, okay? So the thing is that no matter what, that if you want to produce content out there in the world, you have to understand that it's the best way forward, and you must understand that you have to continue your legacy in the best way. So make sure you're understanding that no matter what, that in your life, you have to be doing something that's going to boost your legacy in the best way. So every single day, make sure that you spread as much thoughts as possible into the world, so that you understand that you have to be creating something on a consistent basis so that you're really successful, okay? Because anybody who's really successful in life has the ability to make content, okay? You have to understand every single day of your life, you have to be adding value into the planet. So the more of you have around, the better for you. I mean, every single day, if you write Danny Milivojevic on Google or on YouTube, you'll find me straight away. I mean, in a sense, so my hashtag is Danny Milivojevic in life. So the thing is that when I go on YouTube, for example, when I do my YouTube videos, I only ever hashtag Danny Milivojevic, okay? And now Danny Milivojevic is my YouTube name, okay? And you can always find me on that name, for example. So every single day that I understand something, I understand that there's always a way forward, and there's always a way that I can live life to the best degree possible. But when I understand that, when I read much more, for example, I'm living my life to the best degree every single day, the more I read and the more I understand life and the more I create content, okay? So I'm always looking to create content. I'm always looking to better my life in a better way. I'm always looking to understand, to always seek out, I'm seeking out ideas. I'm reading something on a consistent basis every single day. I understand exactly what's going on around the world. I'm understanding I'm never causing violence. I'm never causing negativity in the world. I'm making sure every single day I'm taking care of myself the best way I can. And I'm making sure every single day that I do something in today's world that's going to help me to move forward, okay? So no matter what I do every single day, I'm always doing something positive. I'm always making sure that my life is going to be the best way it can be, okay? So no matter what, I'm always understanding that if you want to really, really overcome drugs or any kind of situation in the world, you have to be in the feelings, and you have to understand that your body's never craving the drugs, okay? And you must understand every single day that your mind may feel like shit once you come off the caffeine, but the thing is that eventually you're going to start progressing forward in energy, and you're going to have natural energy every single day of your life, and you're going to make sure every single day that no matter what, that you're always cleaning your body with water, okay? Make sure that you're drinking a lot of water every single day, but not drinking too much water that it's going to kill you, okay? So make sure you understand that too much of anything is not good for you. But the thing is that too much knowledge is also something that you have to understand to be careful about. And make sure you understand that if you have a lot of knowledge, you have to understand how to use it, and you have to understand how to utilize knowledge into your life. So the more you utilize knowledge into your life, the better you're going to become in terms of thinking and mindset. So make sure you understand that anything that you want to do in life on a daily, consistent basis is making sure that you're giving public speaking speeches out there, and making sure every single day that you're doing something in professional development, and making sure that you're always developing yourself and your mindset, and acquiring more skills and more knowledge in the world is going to help you to benefit yourself in the long run, because you're going to have much more smarts. And you must understand, I'm much better than yesterday in terms of some areas of my life. And you must understand that before, in my years of when I was living before, you must understand that I was not at the same level I was today. And you must understand why. Because I didn't have the knowledge, I didn't have the communicational skills, I didn't have the assets that I do have today. And you must understand that the assets I do have today is more of everything in terms of knowledge, and making sure I have a better imagination now. And you must understand that now I'm much more able to socialize with people. I'm much more able to understand that I don't have to chase people, and I don't have to go around people to make sure that I can fulfill myself. So make sure you understand that I fulfill myself on my own. I make sure every single day I'm doing something in regards to making sure that my legacy is growing. I'm making sure every single day that I'm doing something that is very beneficial to myself. So for example, I have a quotes creator and I make a lot of quotes, for example. So what I do is I'm always looking to teach you something of my skills. I'm always looking to teach you my skills out there that I have in life, so that you can also benefit for yourself every single day, so that you understand that you have to stay consistent online, and you have to be doing something consistently online every single day of your life. You have to understand to leave a legacy behind, because if you don't leave a legacy behind, probably nobody's going to leave a legacy for you. And you must understand that you have to live your life to the best degree every single day. So if you are just doing that, I promise you, if you're just living life to the best potential that you can be every single day, I promise you it's more than enough for you to be happy, okay? And you must understand every single day that no matter what, that you always have to be looking forward to life. I mean, you have to understand every single day that no matter what, that you're always doing something that's always positive in your life, and that you're always recollecting and self-reflecting upon your thoughts, making sure every single day you're doing something that's in regard to making sure that you're building an outcome that's going to help you to succeed. So I'm always looking to help myself in different ways, making sure every single day I'm always positive about whatever's going on in my life. So if you understand that I live in my emotions, I live in my feelings. So the more I live in my feelings, the better I am. I mean, every single day I'm looking to grow. I'm looking to grow my potential, making sure every single day that there's always an outcome out there to live in the best degree that I can be. And I'm making sure I'm pushing my heart to grow. I'm pushing myself. I have to push myself. You have to understand, you have to push yourself to wake up. You have to push yourself in your emotions to exercise. You have to push yourself to read. You have to push yourself to be positive. You have to push yourself to do something that's actually good for you. And you have to push yourself every single day. And you have to understand that no matter what, that eventually your physical body is going to deteriorate. And you must understand why that is, because you must understand that eventually your body gets very, very tired and it gets low on energy. So you have to understand to always have the nutrition you need in terms of life, to be taking care of yourself in the best regard, making sure that you're saving money in a way that you don't lose money, okay? Make sure that you're always understanding that there's always a way forward, and making sure that you're always around beneficial people that are adding value to your life is very, very positive, okay? So make sure you're always understanding something about life. I mean, make sure you understand that you have to know nothing in order to succeed. And you must understand every single day that no matter what, that when I talk, I'm always talking to the camera. I'm always talking with myself every single day to do the best job I can. But some of my best work is on video, and you must understand every single day that the more videos I make and the more I control myself to do better, I mean, every single day I'm always going to prosper. I'm going to succeed because I'm creating something. I'm making sure every single day I know exactly what I'm doing in terms of life. And you must understand, the more I know, the more I don't know, okay? So every single day, I don't know what I've said in this video, for example, but the thing is that it's going to benefit someone in the long run, because my thoughts are out there into the world, and the more videos I create, the better for me, and the more I succeed, and the more I grow, and that's the whole point of life, okay? So I'm always looking to up the ante. I'm always looking to understand more about how I am and what I need to do on a consistent basis to make sure that my body and my life has the nutrients and has the knowledge and has everything that it needs every single day to succeed. So for example, if you want to teach your kids, or if you want to teach anybody life out there in terms of your story or anything like that, you must understand to always teach your story and to teach people exactly what you're doing on a consistent basis every single day to succeed, because other people are going to benefit from your story and other people are going to benefit from your experiences. And you must understand that life is easy to live. I mean, it's easy to live life, and it's easy to get by in life, okay? But the thing is that most people are struggling today with their health, and they're struggling with obesity, and they're struggling with the foods they're eating, and knowledge. I mean, they're only ever struggling with knowledge. And people who are willing to learn more skills and more knowledge out there are the ones that are going to prosper. So you have to understand that if you really want to take yourself out somewhere, and you have to understand to take yourself out on a word, nice and beautiful word explanation, okay? And you must understand to explain more words in the planet, and the more you and the more you understand that, the more you understand that there is always a life out there that you can live, and there's always a life out there that you can actually do better in terms of your life. And you can always understand that there's always a growth potential in you to grow, but you have to understand to push your emotions to actually read, and you have to push yourself to understand that there's always a way to grow yourself, okay? So make sure every single day that you're always doing something around freelance, making sure you're doing something around quotes, making sure every single day you're doing something around making sure that you're beneficial in the planet, okay? So making sure every single day that you're doing something that's going to help your emotions to grow. And that way you actually grow yourself. You grow yourself through making sure that you have different outcomes and different abilities every single day, making sure that you understand that you have to be playful like a child, okay? And you have to be playful in your imaginative world. And I mean, you have to imagine it. I mean, you have to imagine it even more, and you have to understand every single day, the more you imagine, the more you can do, okay? So make sure you understand, imagine more, and imagine that there is always a life out there that can give you more, okay? So make sure you understand, you're never looking to take, you're looking to receive from life, but you're looking to give as much as possible every single day. So make sure every single day you're always doing something that's always relating to your emotions, making sure that you're always taking care of yourself, making sure that you're always doing the best job you can in the world out there, because the more you express yourself, the more you can do. So every single day you're always looking for a better outcome, and you're making sure every single day that you're just making sure that you're positive, okay? So the more positive you are, the better you are, okay? So make sure you never go killing people, and make sure you never cause damage to other people, okay? So make sure you never cause damage to yourself, because people who cause damage to themselves cause damage in the world to other people, okay? So make sure every single day you're always making sure that you're always doing something related to arts, okay? Doing a lot of art in the world, making sure that you're doing something that's potentially growing you every single day, making sure that you're building a YouTube channel every single day, that you're doing something consistent on a daily basis. Every single day is going to help you to prosper, and it's going to help you to overcome challenges every single day. So that's what you need to be doing every single day of your life. And you have to understand that there's always a way that you can always help yourself to do something that's really, really beneficial for yourself. So make sure every single day that you're always doing the best job you can, because that's the best thing that you can do in the world, okay? So every single day, make sure you're giving more thoughts out there, making sure that make sure that you're always expressing yourself, because expressing yourself is the single best way to actually live life. So make sure you're always talking more to yourself than you're talking to other people, okay? Because that way you're always much more in a social realm where you can understand yourself, and you can always understand yourself by the words you say to yourself, okay? So make sure you understand that every single day, that there's always a way that you can understand how to express yourself, and there's always a way to acquire more skills, but you have to push yourself. You have to learn to push yourself and your emotions to grow. I mean, you have to push yourself and will yourself to understand that there is success out there waiting for you, as long as you're willing to succeed, and as long as you're willing to help the world to become a better place, okay? So make sure every single day of your life, you're always making sure you're giving your thoughts out there. Make sure you're always doing something to give your thoughts as much as possible, so you can do better. So guys, you have to understand that if you want a growth mindset, for example, you have to understand how to actually deal with life. You have to actually deal with life on a daily basis, and you have to be positive about scenarios. So for example, when you're actually learning, when you're doing something to learn something specific for yourself, you're actually looking to boost up your knowledge every single day, because it's about boosting your knowledge. So that's what growth mindset is about. So if you want to understand every single day to boost your confidence around people, you have to ask questions. So for example, sometimes you find yourself with people, and you find yourself in circumstances where you have to talk, okay? And now sometimes you don't have to talk. You can go silent all the way if you want. But the thing is that if you want to better your life every single day, you have to learn how to communicate. You have to understand that communication goes all ways. But making sure that you're always positive about what you're saying is very, very important to a great life, okay? So every single day, you're always looking to seek something that's always beneficial for yourself, making sure that you're learning how to grow yourself along the means of life, and making sure that you understand that if you want to grow, you have to go and produce content that's actually going to help someone to succeed, because that's the only way to actually grow yourself. So make sure you understand that if you want to grow your account, or if you want to grow your social media, you have to do some freelance, and you have to understand to do some work for free every single day of your life. You have to be always constantly learning something, okay? Because that's how you actually keep yourself occupied every single day. You have to understand that, for example, when I watch TV, for example, I watch the images on the screen. So for example, as you can see the TV is on. You see the TV, and the TV is on, but I'm actually producing content. I'm producing content while the TV is on, but I'm actually also reading something personally. I'm reading some audiobook while I'm actually watching the images on the screen, for example, okay? So I'm always producing much more for myself, because you have to understand it's about leaving some kind of legacy behind every single day, making sure that you're always doing the proper work that you need to be doing every single day, because every single day is a new day, and you have to always grow yourself in your mindset, okay? You have to understand every single day to always make sure that you're doing something positive for yourself, so that you actually always live life to the best extent possible, okay? So it's about making sure that you're always delivering something. You have to be delivering content on a daily basis. You have to be doing something on a consistent basis every single day, so that you actually be positive, okay? So when you're positive, when you're positive, you have to understand that it's much more about making sure that you have that information that you need in daily life to actually always produce that nice and beautiful content that you have in terms of your story. So making sure that you're always producing your story out there, because you have to understand that you have to be doing your work on a consistent basis every single day to actually succeed. So how to build a growth mindset, okay? You must understand that if you want to build a growth mindset every single day, you have to read, you have to be present and in the moment. You have to understand to discipline yourself every single day to make sure that you're always eating the best foods for yourself that have plant protein, okay? Making sure that you're eating less carbs, making sure that you're eating less sodium out there, and making sure that you're staying away from drugs and alcohol, okay? You have to understand that staying away from alcohol is the best thing that you can do, and that alcohol is a drug, okay? So make sure you understand that alcohol makes you woozy and it makes you irritated, okay? So make sure you understand that it's much more about being someone positive for yourself every single day, learning how to actually deal with your life on a daily basis, making sure that you're doing something that's actually always worthwhile for yourself to actually be growing in the moment, okay? You have to be growing in the moment. You have to be doing something every single day to make sure that you're successful, making sure that you're doing something in regards to speaking out content every single day, making sure every single day that you're building upon your words, okay? Building upon what you're saying, and making sure that you're always ringing the bell for people to grow every single day. You're making sure that you're always calling out people in a nice and beautiful fashion, making sure that you're always dealing with life on a daily basis. But make sure you understand that in life, you have to understand that it's not about contacting other people, okay? You have to understand it's about contacting yourself in a way that you make people contact you. And you have to understand it's more about people coming up to you than it's you coming up to people, okay? And make sure every single day of your life that you always find the answers within yourself, and you have all the answers within yourself right now for what you need out of life. I mean, you have to understand that in life, you always have the answer, okay? You always have the answers in yourself, and you always see what to do. I mean, use your eyes. I mean, use exactly what you have in terms of your reflection about who you are on a daily basis, to make sure that you're always ringing a bell in the best kind of way. I mean, making sure that you're always never frustrated, and making sure the understanding that you never get yourself agitated, okay? So you have to understand that it's much more about learning, and the more you learn, the more you can grow, and the more you can actually do, okay? So make sure you understand it's more about making sure that you have a lot of knowledge about life every single day, making sure that you're always dealing with life on a consistent basis, doing something that's actually helping you grow, okay? So you have to be doing those things that are helping you grow your business. I mean, you have to grow your business daily, and you have to understand it's more about every single day making sure that you're always summing up a deal that is going to be worthwhile for yourself to actually grow in different ways every single day. So you're always learning how to actually deal with yourself on a daily basis, making sure that you're understanding how to grow yourself in the moment, making sure that you're always learning every single day the possible outcomes of life, making sure they're doing something that's actually consistent on a daily basis every single day, that's actually going to make you move forward. So make sure every single day you're doing your work. I mean, you have to be doing your work, okay? And you have to do your passions. I mean, do your passions even after work, after 9 to 5 job. Make sure that you're doing something in regards to doing your passions, because when you're doing your passions, you're going to be happy. You're going to be making sure that you're successful. You're going to be doing something in regards to making sure that you're doing something that's consistent with yourself every single day, that you're doing something that's actually helping other people to grow in the moment, and making sure that way you have to understand that it's much more, it's going to approach you that way. You're going to understand that it's much more about helping yourself to understand that there is something to understand, and that there's something to do in daily life. So make sure you put your heart where your mouth is every single day. Push your heart to grow, push yourself to grow, and make sure that you're always stretching your emotions every single day, making sure that you understand that nothing can control you out there, nothing out there is against you, and nothing in the world is against you, okay? So make sure you understand that everybody is for you, and everybody wants you to succeed, okay? So make sure you understand that it's more about making sure that you're always growing, and making sure that you're always doing something that's helping you grow, Okay, so the more you grow, the better for you, and the more you actually learn. So always push yourself to actually communicate, push yourself to do something that's actually worthwhile for yourself, something that's actually beneficial for yourself, that's going to help you grow, and that's going to make you more aware. So make sure you understand that there's always something to do out there, and there's always something to make sure that you can always help other people with. I mean, do you understand? So if you have a passion out there that you love doing behind the scenes, make sure that you're teaching people about that passion, and teach people how passionate you are on a daily basis. I mean, teach people your story. I mean, give people your story every single day. Give people something to recognize about you, because that way you're expressing yourself, and that way you're actually doing something for fun, and that way you actually grow yourself in the best kind of manner, and that way you have to succeed in some kind of fashion. Okay, so every single day it's about success, and it's about learning something that is beneficial for you. So do you understand that it's much more about reading in silence sometimes, making sure that you're eating the best foods, making sure that you're showering on a daily basis, making sure that you also brush your teeth twice a day, making sure before every meal in terms of life that you always say a prayer. I mean, make sure you say thank you for everything that you have, because you have to understand that God's on your side and God's never against you, okay? So nobody's against you, and you have to understand that those people who are against you are against themselves. I mean, you must understand it's much more about learning how to actually overcome situations every single day, and making sure that you're doing something that's always going to help you to understand much more about life. It is what you need to be doing. So make sure you're pushing yourself to grow, push yourself to understand that you never get bored, okay? Never get bored about life. I mean, always have something to do, and make sure that you're always hoping in life. I mean, make sure that you always have hope in life, that you're never going to give up. I mean, that you're always going to try to do better, that you're always going to learn something along the lines of helping yourself, that you're always going to help yourself to move forward, and that you're always going to see the outcomes of life in different ways, and that you're really going to make sure that you're doing something that's actually worthwhile for yourself, okay? So make sure every single day that you're always learning how to grow, okay? Because when you learn how to grow, you're going to understand that there's always a better way, and there's always something that you can do to succeed. So make sure you're always on a consistent basis doing something that's helping you grow, because that way you help yourself to understand much more about life. Okay, so if you want to be a life coach like me, you have to understand that you have to teach, and you have to understand that you have to teach much more about life every single day. You have to always show up for the camera, making sure that you're pushing yourself every single day to arise within yourself every single day, to make sure that you're building your YouTube channel, building something about yourself every single day, making sure that you're building more words out there, making sure you're spreading more information for free, and doing something that's actually behind the scenes that you're doing for fun, and making sure that you're always enjoying the journey, okay? Making sure you're every single day enjoying your life. I mean, make sure every single day that if worse comes to worse, make sure that you have hope, and make sure that you understand that it's not the end of the world, okay? Make sure that you understand that every single day you must understand that every single day is going to be a new day, and then you're going to always have challenges, and every single day is going to have a challenge for you to overcome. Every single day you have to understand that you have to make sure that you're physically fit, okay? Be strong. Make sure you go and exercise every single day. Make sure every single day that you always do something that's helpful for yourself, okay? Making sure that you're always doing something that's always going to help you to grow in different ways, okay? So always love yourself every single day the most you can, and love yourself in a way that's going to help you to grow, and love life, okay? Love life every single day, okay? So you have to understand that no matter what happens in life, that you are always going to be positive, and that you're always going to have situations in life where people are going to come up to you, and people are going to talk to you, and make sure that you understand that you can reply to those people if you want to, or make sure that you're never ever going out there searching to talk to other people. I mean, make sure that other people are talking to you. I mean, make sure that you're never the one chasing people. Make sure that people are chasing you, okay? And that way you actually always understand that people who are meant to be in your life are going to be in your life, okay? And that's how you actually understand life itself. So for example, if you go for a haircut, I promise you those people who are giving you a haircut are meant to be in your life, okay? I promise you, when you're going to the checkout, for example, to buy something for yourself or something, and you see the service clerk, for example, I promise you they're meant to be in your life at that time. Okay, so make sure you understand that if a woman or a man doesn't show up in your life, don't be upset. I mean, make sure you understand that you just keep doing better. I mean, make sure every single day you're doing something better every single day. You're making sure that you're learning how to grow yourself in the moment. I mean, you're learning to be a kid again. I mean, you're learning to be a baby. I mean, be a baby in life. I mean, make sure every single day that you always have fun. Every single day, having fun, making sure every single day that you're doing something that's worthwhile for yourself to do, making sure that you're never wasting time, okay, making sure that you're never doing drugs out there, making sure every single day that you're doing something that's going to help you to be beneficial for yourself in the ways that you can grow, okay, because growth is the #1 way of life. I mean, you have to learn how to grow, you have to learn how to grow people, you have to learn how to grow your YouTube channel. You have to understand every single day to grow everything about you every single day, because that's how you succeed. You succeed through growth mindset every single day. You learn every single day how to actually overcome your demons every single day. You learn how to understand something about life. You learn how to grow yourself in the moment, and then you always inspire people to grow, because you have to understand that's how you actually inspire yourself in the process. Okay, so the more words you teach and the more you teach about life, the more you'll know. Okay, so for example, everything that I've given in terms of words, you have to understand I've given so much words out there in terms of growth content about Danny Milivojevic and about my life as well, that no matter what, that I'm hiding nothing about myself. I promise you, I'll give myself and my whole self nakedly in the world. I'm making sure you have to understand I'm naked in front of the world every single day. I'm always understanding that no matter what, that people can always search up my Mega Drive online storage and they can always search up everything about me. I mean, you must understand I'm hiding nothing, that I'm only here to give. I mean, you must understand, and you have to understand that the reactions I got from other people is just silence. I mean, they just give me silence about everything that I've done in my life, and you must understand that I deserve some silence in my life, and I understand I have silence everywhere I go. And you must understand that if I really want, if I really want to achieve something, I set my mind to it and I achieve it every single day. And you must understand that's how you grow. I mean, you grow through making sure you make mistakes. I mean, make as many mistakes as possible in your music. I mean, make as many mistakes as possible in life, but you make sure you learn from it every single day. Make sure you understand to learn from other people's mistakes. And that way you understand that when you read books, you're actually learning from other people's mistakes, and make sure they understand it's not what you do in life, it's what you never do, okay? It's what you understand about life, okay? So make sure you understand that, for example, it's going to be a different life for you from when you are actually 18 years of age and then when you're 29, okay? I mean, 18 years of age is still a baby. I mean, you're still a baby and you're still growing. I'm 29 now. I remember when I used to be 18 years of age. I didn't have the knowledge I have today. I wasn't the person I am today, okay? I mean, yes, now I'm much more sophisticated today. I'm much more professional today. I'm much more able to communicate to people. I'm much more positive about scenarios. I understand that when people get negative around me, I just get away from those people. I don't stay around negativity. And you must understand that there have been people in my life that before, when I was a teenager, and you must understand that when I was around people, I mean, they never did appreciate me in terms of life. I mean, you must understand they never did appreciate anything I've done for those people. And I mean, they're gone. I mean, they're gone from my life, and they're not making an effort to be in my life, okay? And you must understand that eventually your friends and the people that you surround yourself with today are going to leave you eventually, and you must understand that life's leaving you. I mean, you have to understand that everything is going away from you. I mean, eventually you won't be able to make more videos, and you won't be able to also walk you won't be able to walk. I mean, you won't be able to talk it out with yourself. I mean, you must understand that the thing is that every single day of your life you're dying. I mean, your physical body is dying, okay? So the thing is that about life, you have to understand that life is always, I mean, you must understand that you have to go through the phases. I mean, my next phases of life has Germany in it. I promise you has my mum. I promise you has the work life, for example, 9-to-5 job. I promise you maybe fatherhood for me comes up with my life, for example. I promise you also traveling is up in for grabs for myself over here. But the thing is, you must understand that because I'm actually growing all the time, I'm understanding that whatever's going to come up in my life, I'm going to challenge it. And I'm going to actually always understand that I always have to challenge people. But make sure you understand that when I challenge people, I stay away from people. I mean, you must understand that the ultimate way to be around people is to be stupid around them, okay? Be as stupid as possible and never try to outsmart people, okay? I mean, try to outsmart them without being with them, okay? And the thing is that it's about growing your legacy. So, for example, I have 34,000 quotes that I have to transcribe into my Kindle, for example. So Kindle publishing over here, in terms of the Amazon, you must understand Amazon has a Kindle publishing website, and I have to publish another 33 books into my nice and beautiful Amazon Kindle website. And you must understand that I have to sit down for 10 days and I have to start writing in my laptop, and I have to do that work. But while I actually do that work, I read something along the way, and I'm not wasting time. I mean, you understand, I'm building my legacy. I'm building my legacy slowly. But the thing is, every single day, you have to understand every single day is going to be a new day, and everything is going to be a new challenge every single day. So challenge yourself every single day. Challenge yourself as much as possible to be your best version. And make sure you understand it's a fun game to do, and it's something that has to be for fun every single day. To understand that the more fun you have in life, you must understand that more you're going to enjoy life. And make sure you're doing the best things for yourself every single day, making sure that you're doing something that's always successful. So if you want to make money, or if you want to help yourself to do something that's actually successful for yourself, you have to understand to learn how to grow. You have to learn how to communicate. You have to understand every single day is going to be a new day for yourself. And you have to understand that people are going to listen to you when you have something to say, okay? But the thing is, you must understand that every single day, you must stay away from other people as much as possible, and let those people who want to be in your life be in your life. I mean, in the sense of, for example, I have a friend, John Wiseman, for example, and I don't contact him as much anymore. And you must understand why, because you must understand that I want him to contact me. I don't want to be the one chasing him all the time. I mean, you understand? So the thing is that he hasn't talked to me for over a month. And you must understand that thing is I'm not going to talk to him unless he talks to me. I'm not going to call them. I'm not going to call my friends, because I have nothing to do with them anymore unless they want to do something with me. I mean, so the thing is that feel free to contact me, for example. I mean, you must understand that they can contact me, and I can reply to them and stuff like that, and see what they're doing and stuff like that while they contact me. But I'm never going to contact them. I mean, you understand? Because you must understand, I'm moving on. I'm moving on to new things. I'm moving on into a better way of life. So when, for example, you're listening to music, listen to music for the first time. I mean, make sure you're listening to something that's you never listened to before. I mean, you understand? Because that way you have a new experience. I mean, you have new ways of thinking. I mean, watch new images. I mean, watch something new. I mean, do something new that you've never done before. I mean, go that way. I mean, go the way of the unknown. I mean, do something that you've never done before. I mean, do you understand? Because that way you actually succeed, and that way you actually grow. So make sure you understand to put yourself in discomfort. I mean, put yourself and understand, for example, if you quit smoking, or if you quit heroin, or if you quit methamphetamine, I mean, put yourself in discomfort, and understand that it's going to be uncomfortable at first to go without heroin, and to go without cigarettes, and to go without alcohol for a bit of time. It's going to be uncomfortable, but that's why you're growing. I mean, you're saying you have to be uncomfortable in life. Get yourself uncomfortable every single day, and make sure you're never in comfort. Make sure that you're doing things that's going to make you uncomfortable, like exercise, or like more disciplines. I mean, you're saying, the more disciplines you set in life, the better for you, and the more you actually grow. I mean, the more music you do, the better you get in music. I mean, in a sense, so you don't need other people to teach you how to make music, okay? You need yourself to go and do your thing, okay? You need yourself to go and do your music the way you do it, okay? Or do your life the way you do it, in a way that you understand that you have to learn from your own mistakes. I mean, learn from your own life, okay? I mean, your life is a book, okay? And you must understand to learn from your book. I mean, learn from the sources and knowledge that you have right now, and learn from it every single day. Learn to understand to never go backwards. I mean, go forwards every single day. And if you're going to go backwards, make sure that you self-reflect upon everything you've done and learn from it. I mean, learn from your life every single day, because that's how you succeed, guys. I mean, you have to understand that, for example, I started my life coaching videos about 2-3 years ago. And you must understand, I have 1,250 videos on my YouTube channel. And who's going to watch that? Seriously. I mean, you must understand that people are going to watch. I mean, somebody's going to watch that. I mean, you must understand it's free knowledge from me. I mean, you must understand that I'm leaving something behind, because once I pass away from this world, I want to see my business grow. I want to see my things grow that I put into place in this world. And you must understand, I do it for free. I'm doing this video for free. I'm not getting paid for this work. I mean, you must understand that I've done over 800 hours of content in terms of talking. I mean, you must understand, and plus another 34,000 quotes, and plus another 3 years of journaling for free, and then I'm giving it to you for free in my Mega Drive below my YouTube link. And you must understand you have a YouTube link at the moment, in terms of you have this video and you have my description below this video. And you must understand that all you have to do is click on my Mega Drive storage and check out my life. I mean, check out my photos. I mean, check out everything about me. I mean, I'm hiding nothing about myself. And everybody's always just giving me silence about that. And that's a good thing about it. I mean, you must understand that if you want to be famous, you must understand that Jim Carrey said that he wishes that everybody was famous so that he could see, so that they can see that it's not the lifestyle that they really want. I mean, you must understand it's not what they think it is. I mean, you must understand that once you become famous, you must understand you never go backwards. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is, it's about understanding that if you understand anything, it's much more about helping yourself to understand that if you become famous in life, then it's a good thing for you. But you must understand every single day to do something that's actually going to help you to grow every single day. You have to understand that your emotions will help you grow if you push yourself. So you have to understand, if you don't push yourself, life will push you. I mean, you understand? So make sure you're the one pushing yourself so the life hasn't, I mean, make sure that you're the one pushing yourself so that life doesn't have to push you. I mean, you have to understand that every single day you have to push yourself to wake up. You have to push yourself to do something in life. You have to push yourself to understand much more about life. You have to understand that every single day there's more knowledge out there waiting for you every single day, that if you really, really reach out for more knowledge, you'll seek out and you shall find. I mean, you understand? So what you ask for is what you get in life. I mean, everything that you've asked for today is what you've got today. I mean, you understand? So you have to understand that I don't have a kid because I never did ask for it. I mean, you understand? I never did ask for a kid. I mean, you must understand. But the thing is that if I ask for a kid now, I understand I have to receive it, okay? I have to receive it and I have to understand that I have it already. I mean, do you understand? So what I pray for example, so if I ask God, please Father God, give me a kid, I have to believe that I have it in order to have it, okay? I have to believe that I have it and have to have faith that I have it already. And you must understand that if you don't have faith that you have what you need right now, then you have to have faith in what you need right now, okay? And you have to have faith in yourself that you have received what you are looking for. So for example, the other day I went to poker and I was hoping to God that I can win poker, that I can win some money. And you must understand that I didn't receive it. I didn't receive some money on that day. And the thing is that I didn't believe in myself that I have it already, okay? And the thing is that I always have to understand that today I'm going to poker and I'm going to say, please Father God, please give me some money today so that I can help myself to grow. And the thing is that I already can grow and I can already receive that. And I understand I have it already. And you must understand that no matter what, that more money only amplifies your happiness. But the thing is, you must understand that more money doesn't make you happy, okay? What makes you happy is coming from the inside. And what comes from the inside is what makes you happy, okay? So if you're vibrating in joy inside, that's all the happiness in the world. I mean, you must understand that you have happiness inside of you right now. So if you tune into that happiness right now, you're going to understand that it's going to help you to grow, and it's going to help you to understand that you're growing on a daily basis. And you must understand to always tune into some knowledge out there. I mean, be tuning in to some radio channel and start really learning and really, really prospering with the world around you. I mean, you understand? Because that way you actually grow, and that way you always have something to talk about. And you have to understand there's always something to talk about. So the more you actually talk it out with yourself, and the more you push yourself to talk it out and to talk words out for yourself and to do something that's really successful for yourself, the more you're actually going to understand that there's something to talk about, okay? So you have to grow. I mean, you have to understand that there's always a way to grow. I mean, for myself, I understand when I grow through words, I grow through silence, I grow through breathing, I grow through my emotions, I grow through reading books, I grow through socializing with other people, I grow through different kind of ways. And you must understand that when I socialize with people, I act stupid in front of them. I mean, do you understand? I act very stupid. I reflect what they give me. And so, for example, if a person's really stupid in front of me, I reflect that stupidity to them. I reflect exactly what they're giving me. So, for example, I have to understand that in front of people, I'm always reflecting what people are giving me. Okay, so you must understand that behind the scenes, I'm always reflecting what I'm giving myself. Okay, so for example, I'm only in competition with myself. I'm not competing with other people for anything. But you must understand that I have a greater legacy than other people in some kind of regard. So if you compare yourself with other people, and if you're comparing with other people for something, you're not going to be happy, okay? You must understand it's not about competing with other people. It's about competing with yourself and becoming your best version every single day. Because when you look at other people and you see that they're their best version and you are not, that's going to make you upset, okay? Because you're competing against them. I mean, you're competing, and never compete against people. Never compete with people, okay? Make sure they understand that you're just here to be your best version. I mean, just understand that. I mean, you're just here to understand that there is a better life waiting for you every single day if you have hope enough to make sure that you're doing better, okay? So make sure you understand that every single day you have to have hope. You have to have faith that you can receive and that you can actually give to yourself every single day. And you must understand every single day to understand that if a homeless person or if people are asking something from you, make sure that you give them something. I mean, give them something, because otherwise you're blocking yourself of something as well, okay? So make sure you understand that if you're not a giving person today, then you have nothing to give, okay? So make sure you understand you have to be giving something every single day. Make sure every single day that the more you give, the more it shall be coming up to you, and the more you shall receive much more blessings for what you've given, okay? So you have to understand every single day, always have a shoulder bag on you, and make sure that you always have a business card somewhere, and give people your business card. Give people something to recognize about you, because that's how you succeed and that's how you grow. So make sure you understand, make sure you understand that if you want to really, really succeed every single day, you have to understand to never be the person on the street asking for money from other people, okay? Make sure that you're always asking yourself, and ask it of yourself instead of asking other people for money, okay? I mean, if you're going to ask other people of anything, ask it of yourself first. I mean, ask it of yourself, to give it of yourself. I mean, give that of yourself, and then you shall have even more. So what you don't have shall be taken away from you. And why is that? Because you don't have it in the first place. I mean, how can you have something when you don't have it, okay? So make sure you understand, if you don't have a kid and you want a kid, then you have to understand to believe that you have a kid already, and then that way you will receive it, okay? But if you don't believe that you have a kid, then you never will have a kid, okay? I mean, in a sense, so if you don't, if you don't believe in yourself that you can do it, then nobody else is going to believe in you, okay? So make sure you understand that if you receive something, it's a gift. I mean, you must understand to receive a blessing in your life. Even if you don't eat that chocolate, I mean, if you don't eat chocolates and someone offers you a chocolate, receive it. Even if, because they're offering it to you for free. So receive what is for free. I mean, go the free way every single day. So make sure you understand that every single day, you always be giving something to people. I mean, always make sure that you're always giving your whole heart to people, making sure that you're always understanding to make the world a better place around you, okay? I mean, that's the whole deal. I mean, there's nothing else much better than that. I mean, make sure that you're always lifting people in a positive environment, making sure that you're positive enough to always live your life the best, in the best quotation marks always, okay? So you're learning, and you're growing, okay? You're doing something specifically for yourself, to understand that you're not selfish, but you're actually growing yourself to make sure you're giving, okay? And that's the whole point of life. So guys, it's about making sure that you're always making sure that you're positive, helping yourself to understand that life is one way, okay? Life is always growth, and life is always making sure that you have what you need to succeed, okay? So you have to understand every single day, always straightforward, make sure that you're always straightforward with yourself in ways that you're growing, in ways that you're helping yourself to understand more. So you have to understand it's much more about living life to the fullest every single day. So the understanding that there's a way to grow, and there's a way to do things, and there's a way to be promiscuous in what you're thinking. And you have to understand that when you're promiscuous, you're just looking for things to say, you're just looking for things to do, you're just looking for things every single day to actually become much more. I mean, you have to understand every single day that the best version of yourself is going to really, really thank you every single day. And you must understand that when you reach your best version in life, you're always going to have much more looks from other people. I promise you, other people are going to see you much more in a beautiful light, and you're going to have a beautiful aura around you every single day. You're going to make sure every single day you do that for yourself, so you do better. You see guys, the epitome of the moment, in terms of the epitome of the moment, is making sure every single day that you have something to do, okay? So for example, when I'm doing something over here, I'm making sure I'm either making a video, I'm making some content, I'm making something happen for myself, because I have to boost my legacy. I have to make sure that I'm pushing myself every single day to do better. I have to make sure I set some disciplines in my life, like for example, staying away from food, and staying away from drinks out there, staying away from anything that's a waste of money, okay? So for example, drugs out there is a waste of money, For example, some foods out there, and there's a lot of foods out there and drinks that you are not supposed to be eating and drinking. So make sure you understand that you have to be taking care of your health, and you have to understand to have high energy levels, because that's what life is all about. So making sure that you have those high energy levels every single day is going to force you to actually have a better outcome in life. So the whole point of life is, if you feel weak, make sure that you push your emotions to do something, okay? So for example, if you have anything in terms of life, you have to understand that you have Jesus Christ and you have a better way of life all the time. So make sure you understand that it's much more about having a better life all the time, so that you can focus on yourself, and so that you can focus on making sure that you're building something for yourself, where you're actually growing yourself in the moment. You're making sure that you're doing something in regards to doing something that's going to help you to grow, because there's nothing better to do, guys. So every single day you have to focus on making sure that you're always helping yourself to go and grow, for example, okay? So for example, every single day I do something, you must understand I'm always helping myself to grow in some kind of way. I'm either reading, I'm either doing music production, but you have to understand that I have to do things alone, and I have to do it alone, because if I do it around other people, and I've learned something as well, that when I was doing my life coaching video around other people, I promise you other people were criticizing me while I was doing the life coaching video around them. So make sure you understand that I never do things around other people. And why is that? Because they slow my process, they slow me down. And the thing is that they never want to listen to me or my music, or they never want to help me to grow. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is that what I do is I get away from people as much as possible to do my work, and I don't need other people to help me to do anything, okay? So the thing is that everything is enough for me, and the thing is that I have enough every single day to live on, and that's the most important thing. So you must understand that if you don't have money, then you have less happiness than other people who have enough money, okay? So make sure you have enough money in your life, have enough success, have enough of everything that you need, for example, okay? So what do you need in life? I mean, you need clothing, you need a house to live in, for example. Make sure that you're never having a mortgage in life. Make sure that you never have a mortgage in life. So for example, I'm a person over here who doesn't have a mortgage, and I never will have a mortgage in my life, because achieving a house for me is not something that's success for me, okay? Okay, so for example, you must understand that, for example, renting an apartment is much better, and it's much more, I mean, it's much more of an easier way of life to rent something out than it is to actually have a mortgage where you have a debt to the bank. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that many people have sold their houses because they couldn't afford to live anymore in that house that they have a mortgage with. So make sure you understand that you never get yourself in a mortgage, because no matter the interest rate, make sure you understand that the interest rate is always set for the banks to win. And you must understand to always stay away from the banks as much as possible. But if you go to the banks, make sure you get as much information as possible from them, and make sure you start learning something about business, because business is about growing your brand. I mean, it's about growing your business in terms of helping yourself to explain some information like your story. I mean, giving out your story. I mean, giving out who you are every single day, doing your work, making sure every single day you give out ideas that are going to help people to grow. So make sure you're always reading much more every single day, reading as much as possible every single day, so that you get smarter and so that you actually do a better way of life for yourself. So for example, what's coming up in my life over here is a work of 9 to 5 job over here for me, and I understand that I have to work a 9 to 5 job in order to have a better life for myself in terms of life. So the thing is that I want to have a better life for myself, but the thing is I cannot rely on my mum, I cannot rely on anybody else for money. And that's what I've learned in life. You cannot rely on other people to give you money, okay? You have to go out there and you have to earn it. I mean, you have to earn your own money, okay? So the best thing to do every single day is to try to talk as much as possible. I mean, try to give as many words out there as possible that you can come up with, so that you're actually always growing. So make sure you're always doing your synonyms and antonyms every single day. And what I mean by that is always building your vocabulary, because if you don't have a great vocabulary, then you don't have a great life, okay? So the whole point of building vocabulary is to make sure that you're getting your message across. I mean, in a sense, so the point is, make sure you never stop learning. I mean, never stop acquiring skills. I mean, never stop reading, okay? So make sure that you're reading as much as possible every single day, because that's going to help your imagination to grow, and that's going to help you to understand some things about life. So the thing is that you have to go and do it alone, and you have to understand that if you want to have a passion, or if you want to build a business, you have to understand that you have to start something from scratch, and then you have to go and do it on your own. I mean, you have to build a house on your own. I mean, you have to build something on your own. I mean, in a sense, I have 1,250 videos on YouTube. And why do I make these videos? Because you must understand that it's going to help someone in some kind of way. I mean, in a sense, so the thing is that for me, I have to always grow myself in the best kind of way. I have to be making sure I'm always giving out content in the best kind of regard for myself to grow, because that's the only information, advice that I can give you every single day, is to make sure that you're growing, because you have to understand that life is growth. So make sure you're always doing something to read, making sure every single day you're giving ideas, making sure every single day you're doing something that's going to help you to grow is the best kind of thing that you can do. So make sure you're always building your brand awareness every single day, making sure that you have a nice and beautiful reputation for yourself, making sure that every single day you get yourself an interview with other people, and make sure every single day that you're doing something that's always going to be kind and generous for you, because you must understand that the more I teach, the better for me. I mean, the more I teach, the more I can do, okay? And you must understand that everything I've taught until now, you must understand I've taught so much. And the thing is that the more I teach, the more I can actually do in terms of information. I mean, in a sense, so I go out there, I get some information from other people, and then what I do is I give that information for free for you so that you can grow. And now all you have to do is dedicate yourself to my videos, and you have to dedicate yourself to studying Danny Milivojevic, because you're going to understand some things. I mean, you're going to understand how to live a life that's much greater for you. And every single day you must understand to always love your life. I mean, love the person you are every single day. I mean, make sure you're loving yourself to the best credibility that you can every single day, making sure that you're doing something that's helping you move forward, okay? But make sure that you're never chasing other people. So for example, my friend John Wiseman, okay, I mean, he sent me a message today: what is the best audiobook platform and why? And I want to answer this question to you as well. And you must understand, Blinkist is the best application you can get right now. It's called Blinkist. And why is it so important? Because Blinkist over here is an audiobook platform that is $20 a month or $110 a year, and it has the best quality audiobooks from the narrators, and the narrators are somebody out there who actually narrate the book or talk or read the book for you, and they are high quality people who can actually read. I mean, they can actually read the sentences, and they can actually give you a high quality audio experience, okay? So the best audio experience that I've ever experienced in my life through audiobooks is through Blinkist.com, okay? Through Blinkist application. So if you download Blinkist application, it's going to give you all the summaries of all the books. And what does that mean? So for example, let's say Tony Robbins' book, Awaken the Giant Within, okay? So for example, when you're listening to that book on Blinkist, it's going to give you 13 key ideas from that book. And then we're moving on, and we're moving on to next books, and we're moving on to the next books from that point. So every single book out there in Blinkist.com or Blinkist application is going to give you 13 key ideas from that book, or it's going to give you the summary or the actual points that you need from that book, okay? So make sure you understand that there are over 5,000 books on Blinkist right now that you can read. I mean, all about politics, history, science fiction, fiction, whatever you want. I mean, you can read it. I mean, you understand? So make sure you dedicate yourself to at least reading every single day, so you understand, to boost your imagination. So make sure you understand that it's much more about helping other people to grow. So make sure you're doing something every single day to help other people to grow, because that way you're going to have a higher purpose, okay? So no matter what in life, you have to understand that everything I've taught in life, I've taught it for a reason. I've taught it to be better for myself. I've taught it every single day to make sure that I do better in all areas of life, and making sure that you always have those ideas in my nice and beautiful YouTube channel if you need it, okay? So for example, every single day I do a busking performance. You must understand that if I do a busking performance, or if I start a video, or if I start audio programs, or if I start doing something in terms of success, I make sure I start from anywhere, okay? I make sure every single day that my speeches go from anywhere, okay? So I'm always talking from any kind of view. I'm making sure I'm putting myself in your shoes, I'm putting myself in other people's shoes. And now you must understand why that is, because when I push myself to put myself in your shoes, I have more empathy for you. So make sure you understand that when you're playing poker, or when you're going around other people, make sure you put yourself in those people's shoes and understand why they are doing it. I mean, why and how and who they do it with, and why and how they are doing it, okay? And make sure you understand that it's much more about understanding that empathy people, or people who are empathetic, are people who are leaders, okay? People who are sympathetic are always feeling sorry for you. I mean, they're never putting themselves in your shoes, and they're never putting themselves in your shoes to understand you. So those are sympathetic people who are very, very, like, for example, they always feel sorry for you, and they always never understand you. I mean, you have to understand that if you put someone in your shoes, for example, they're going to understand you much better because they're going to understand your story. They're going to understand who you are and what you are doing on a daily basis to succeed. So for example, every single day I'm understanding that if you want to get a selfie stick, for example, make sure you go around places over there in your country where you can go, for example, where you get phone covers. I mean, get yourself a phone cover, so that if you understand that if you break your phone, for example, then it's going to cost you even more. And you must understand that the thing is that phone covers protect your phone, okay? So make sure you understand to get a phone cover. And the thing is, make sure you understand that you never need one of those screen protectors, because I never use a screen protector on my phone because my phone screen doesn't actually scratch. Because you must understand that if I drop my phone, for example, on concrete or something like that, I have a phone cover that's going to protect the phone. But I make sure to never drop my phone, for example. But the thing is, make sure you go around those places where you can get phone covers, so you can get yourself a tripod selfie stick, okay? And now a tripod selfie stick is something that helps you to do your videos and helps you to have a better way of life in terms of videos and video quality, and making sure that you can pick up the selfie stick and stuff like that. I have a selfie stick, another selfie stick over here, but this one doesn't have a tripod, okay? This one has just for photos. You understand? But if I plug this into the phone and I start doing a video, then no audio is going to come out of the phone. You have to be very careful with these selfie sticks, because if I plug this in, I can use the function here. I can press on the function here, and it's going to take a photo for me. But it's good for photos, but for videos it's not good. Okay? And now for videos, it's good when I don't plug in the actual plugger over here. When I don't plug in the cable into the phone, then what I do is I make a video, but making sure that I'm not plugging in this to make the video of my dreams. Okay, so for example, you must understand that this is good for videos and for photos, but it's good for photos, much better for photos, because you can plug this in and then you can use this plug over here, or this button, to take photos. But the thing is, make sure you're never plugging this in to do videos, okay? Because the audio will not come out of the video, okay? So be very careful with these kind of selfie sticks, okay? This selfie stick is good for photos only, but making sure you understand that you can do videos as long as you don't plug in this cable, okay? Because you want the audio to come out of your video, because this stops the audio from coming in or coming out of your video, okay? And that's what I've experienced in my life, okay? So for example, you must understand that this selfie stick I have just in case I lose the tripod selfie stick. So I use this nice and beautiful selfie stick when I need it, but I'm always having two selfie sticks on me in case that I need to do my work, okay? So my work is based on life coaching. I do a lot of life coaching. I do a lot of confidence work. I give you guys planning strategies. I give you guys the confidence that you need every single day to grow yourself every single day in terms of information, and through making sure you understand that imagination is very powerful every single day. So making sure I'm always boosting people's imagination and boosting their way of life through information. So information is imagination, and the more information you have in life, the better your imagination. So make sure you understand that you are worthy of life, okay? So make sure you understand that it's much more about making sure that you're always building your communicational skills with people, making sure every single day that you're talking to yourself the most every single day, but also staying away from people when you need to, but making sure you understand to never ever chase other people, because other people will come to you and other people will come in your life when you need them, okay? So make sure you understand that I'm only ever around other people when I need a service from them. I'm only ever around other people when I need to give them money, and that's it, okay? And now around family members, I'm only around family members when I need to talk to them, and that's it. So make sure you understand that you only ever go around other people when you need to talk to them, okay? Or when you need something from them. But the thing is that you need nothing from other people, okay? Make sure that you don't need other people to give you anything, and make sure you get yourself in a position where you never need things from other people, because that way you become an independent person, okay? So make sure you understand that it's much more about understanding that if you're going to build an application, or if you're going to build something that's worth building, make sure you understand that you have to do it alone, and you have to understand that it's more about understanding the process. So for example, Bill Gates had to go and create Microsoft Word, and you must understand that he put a lot of effort into it, and you must understand that Microsoft Word can do anything for you in terms of information. And you must understand that if you really want to help yourself to grow every single day, you have to understand how to actually make a PowerPoint presentation for yourself. And you have to understand that it's much more that when you make a PowerPoint presentation in front of people, make sure that it's just your words. I mean, make sure you stick to the words, because the PowerPoint presentation in front of people is very boring, okay? And what you need to understand is always talk words in front of people. And it's much better to understand that people understand to look at you rather than looking at something else, okay? So making sure they understand that you get people's attention that way, okay? So if you want to get people's attention, you have to have information that you can provide every single day that you can help people with. So you must understand that those people who provide more information into the world are going to always be much more successful than the ones that produce less information, okay? And why is that? Because the successful people are always creating some kind of information. And now you must understand that, for example, myself, I choose to make a lot of videos, and I choose to make a lot of quotes. And then on the side, I choose to do audio programs, and I choose to do writing materials on the side for myself over here, so that I can always be doing something, okay? But my most important work came in videos and in quotes, okay? So make sure you understand that my quote books you can find on Amazon and Kindle publishing, and I understand that you can always find it on Amazon.com, okay? So you can find all my nice and beautiful quote books and everything that I've made in terms of quote books on my Amazon.com Kindle site, okay? So make sure you understand to go on Amazon.com, and Amazon is a big chain or a supply chain where you can go and grab furniture. I mean, you can grab anything that you ever want is inside Amazon, okay? So make sure you understand that I understand that when I work, I do it for free. I make sure you understand it's not about the money. I don't work for the money. I work to live life. I work to have enough money, and that's it. Approximately $50 a day for me is more enough for money for me to live on, okay? And why is that? Because at the moment, right now, I'm not paying rent. I'm not paying electricity. I'm not paying the bills. I don't have any phone plans. I'm not on any kind of plan, and I don't get myself on any plans. I don't get myself a credit card, okay? I never need a credit card. I never need a mortgage in life. I never need to invest in Bitcoin, okay? Until the time is right for me to do so. So make sure you understand that eventually everything is going into Bitcoin. I mean, eventually the world's going to shift, and it's going to be online currency only, okay? Eventually, but maybe not in my lifetime, but eventually it's going to be in your lifetime, and you must understand to always shift with the times. But the thing that gets you the most money these days is real estate. And now if you get the real estate knowledge that you need, and you start searching for real estate every single day, you're going to find yourself with more information. And now you must understand to seek out that information alone. And you have to understand that, for example, myself, I'm moving to Germany right now. And now if God lets me live in Germany, I'm pretty sure then it's going to be better for me because my mum lives over there. But if not, then I'm going to come back to Australia, and I'm going to live in Australia, and I'm going to be on a disability support pension over here. And the thing is, I have a disability support pension because I'm a schizophrenic, okay? And now that's my excuse for being on disability support pension. But the thing is that I'm not a schizophrenic, okay? And you must understand that I'm not a schizophrenic now. I was a schizophrenic, and you must understand why that is, because I was doing a lot of drugs, okay? I was doing a lot of drugs like methamphetamine, ecstasy, I was doing weed, I was doing smoking cigarettes and caffeine and sugar, in terms of white sugar. And you must understand I was very obese, and now today I'm actually still obese a bit, but you must understand I lost 43 kilos before in my life, and I understand what I need to do on a daily basis to get to that point again, okay? And the thing is that it's very easy to do, and you must understand it's very easy to lose weight when you stay away from food and drink, okay? And you must understand it's very easy to actually live life. So if you want to live life on a daily basis, you have to understand why that is. And you must understand how to live life on a daily basis. And that's why I teach what I teach you, because there's always a way to live life, and there's always a way to never kill yourself. So make sure you understand that the more you read, the less you are likely to commit suicide. And you must understand why that is. Information. And now information is your key brick, and it's something that bricks you into being a solid ground in yourself. I mean, the more information you have, the more confidence you have to live life, okay? And the more confidence you have around other people in terms of life. And you must understand that when you get around other people, I mean, other people talk in general, okay? You must understand that they're never talking about personal development much. I mean, you must understand to always get yourself around people who are content creators, who are talking about personal development and career and business and stuff like that. And make sure you get yourself into a business environment every single day, making sure that you understand what business is. And now making sure you understand that many schools out there teach business in terms of universities that teach business, but they take a lot of cash from you. And you must understand it's much more worthy for you to have a Blinkist application where you can read all these business books and life advice books for you to understand than it is to go to a business school out there giving thousands and thousands of dollars for the same thing, okay? So make sure you understand it's more about go the most affordable route. And now you must understand why I don't make music in terms of vocal music anymore. And now I still make vocal music, but I don't go out there giving my money at the moment to have a vocalist for my music. And you must understand why that is, because I'm trying to actually have money on the side for me to live. I mean, you must understand I can pour thousands and thousands and millions of dollars into music, and you must understand that the more I pour money into my music, the more of a business I have around music, okay? And you must understand why that is. But you must understand every single day I do something to succeed. I'm always doing it alone, and I'm always making sure that I always have music where I can always grow myself with my music and with my life coaching degree and whatever I have in life. But whatever I have in life is information. And that's all I have. I have nothing else except information. And then all I have to do is just spread that information to other people. And that's my job. I mean, my job is just an information provider. I'm an information provider for you every single day, providing my information and my way of thinking into the world and nothing else. I mean, you must understand, I'm here to express my story. I'm here to give you who I am, and I'm here to move on, okay? And so making sure I'm always delivering content. But my goal is to be 3 years on video camera. I mean, doing 3 years of work in terms of life on video camera. And just sitting down for 3 years doing my work is something that is going to be tremendous for me to do, because that's a lot of talking, and that's something that I have to do for myself. But I'm every single day etching closer to 10,000 hours of life coaching. And now at the moment, I have around 850 hours of life coaching, okay? So the thing is that eventually when I'm 60 years of age, I'm going to have a lot of coaching advice to give you, and you must understand that eventually it's all for free. So make sure you get yourself YouTube Premium, and make sure you go through my playlist. I mean, make sure you understand to go through all my YouTube videos and just check out what I'm doing. I mean, you have to understand it's much more about becoming aware. I mean, the sense that the more aware you become, the better for you. So for example, when I teach you, I don't have to teach my kids this video anymore. I mean, in a sense, so for example, my kids are going to watch all my videos and all my quotes. I mean, you understand? And they're going to get smarter through Danny Milivojevic, and they're going to understand me the best, okay? And that's if I have kids, for example. So if a woman's willing to come in my life to give me a kid, then I'm going to appreciate that, and I'm going to do my best job for that kid, and I'm going to do my best job to have a job for myself, to do better. And you must understand, I have a job, I have something to do, but I'm a life coach, okay? And that's my ultimate job. And now my job is ultimately for free. I do all my work for free, okay? But the thing is that eventually life's going to push me to work a 9-to-5 job to actually earn money for myself so that I can live life. When you understand, because right now, you must understand, I receive money from the government at the moment, and that's just for the moment. I mean, you must understand that I still have another 3 decades to work a 9-to-5 job. I mean, you must understand that many people are puffing out. I mean, many people are really struggling, and they're making money, but they're struggling as well in terms of their habits and in terms of where their money is going. I mean, you understand? So if you want money at retirement, you must understand that you have to have enough money to live on, okay? So make sure you understand that it's not about having a pension in life. I mean, making sure every single day it's about providing information. And now the more you provide information in the world, the more money will come to your life, okay? You must understand to always believe in that, because you must understand that Jesus Christ came here to provide a lot of information to people so that people can better their life and nothing else. I mean, that's your purpose. So if you do Jesus Christ's purpose every single day, and if you work for God, then everything will be given onto you, and what you have will be given onto you, but what you don't have will be taken away from you. And now, why will things be taken away from you in terms of which you never have? I mean, you must understand that what you don't have gets taken away from you. And why is that? Because you don't have it in the first place. So you must understand that you can only have what you have, okay? And now, if you want to have something like sex with other people, you must understand that the thing with that is it never satisfies you, okay? And you're always left wanting more, okay? So the thing is that women out there are prostitutes, for example. I mean, some women out there are prostitutes, and they sell their bodies for money. And you must understand that one woman can have sex with 10 guys in one day. I mean, you must understand. And the thing is that, imagine how many, for example, the pounding in that vagina. I mean, you must understand how many guys have been pounding that vagina on one day. I mean, you must understand that woman's probably sore. I mean, she's probably in pain having sex with other people because she's having so much sex with other people, that you must understand that eventually you must understand that what you have to do is much more, you have to be appreciative of prostitutes, and you have to be appreciative that people are willing to give you that, for example. But the thing is that it's not about having sex with other people, it's about making sure that you spread out your thoughts out there every single day, living out the best life that you can, because that's the best thing you can do every single day, is making sure that you're giving as many thoughts out there as possible. So for example, in my life, I'm not looking to have sex with other people. I'm not looking to have a baby right now because there's no woman in my life. I mean, you understand? And now, do I deserve to have a woman? I do deserve to have a woman in my life. But do I deserve to have a woman now? I promise you, yes. But the thing is that no matter what, you can see right now that the women are not able to reflect that upon me, and they're not able to be with me at the moment because of some kind of reason. And now you must understand that it's either because I'm sitting in the house, or it's because I'm going to poker or something like that. But you must understand that the universe will provide you what you need as long as you believe that you already have it. I mean, you must understand that if you believe you have something already, then it shall be given unto you. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand you have to believe it first, and then you have it. I mean, you must understand everybody has a twin flame, for example. And you must understand what a twin flame is. And now a twin flame is the other part of your soul, okay? And you must understand that you are one half of the soul in this life. And now there's another soul in terms of another half of you out there somewhere. I mean, you must understand that half of you is going to come up to you in eternity, and is going to be with you in eternity, okay? So make sure you understand that it's much more about having that nice and beautiful lifestyle every single day where you can understand yourself. And you must understand it's much more about getting your message across. But you must understand, I met a guy recently, and he was drinking alcohol, and he's very unaware. I mean, he's playing poker, and he's talking too much, and he's shuffling for decades. And you must understand that the thing is that I didn't say anything to him, and I was just patient. Because I don't want to start an argument with him. And now look to always never start arguments with other people, because that's the best kind of positivity that you can do for other people and for yourself. And you must understand that if you're doing anything for other people, you're doing it for yourself as well, okay? So make sure you understand that every single day, you have to understand that you have to realize that this guy was very unaware about how he's acting, and now he's acting very drunk and spoiled. I mean, you must understand. And like, for example, you must understand that it's not about being spoiled. I mean, it's about understanding that you have to understand that you have to be aware about everything. And you must understand that drugs out there make you unaware. And it makes you unaware to the person you are and the person you can be, okay? And now you must understand that drugs is that heavy fog around your mind that never goes away, okay? So make sure you understand that it goes away eventually when you are drug-free, okay? So when you're drug-free and when you're never drinking alcohol, it's going to be much better for your body, because your body is going to be able to live longer when you're not drinking alcohol and when you're not doing drugs, okay? So the number one lesson in this video is stay away from drugs every single day of your life, making sure every single day that you're doing something that's corresponding to a better way of life for yourself, but making sure that you're always producing content. And now when you produce content, you're going to help someone to succeed, and that's the whole point of life. So for example, I have many life coaching videos that I've taught already inside of those videos, and I've dedicated myself to do better. I've dedicated myself to understand much more about life. And that's the whole point of making videos, and that's the whole point of making sure that I'm successful in some type of regard. But if you want to understand how to make money for yourself, and you really want to make that cash money, then you have to understand, to get that information, get the information on how to do that. So that information is also understanding, for example, where you understand that you have to go out there, you have to work, you have to be around people to make money, okay? And you have to understand to be around those people, and you have to communicate to people to make money with people. You have to understand you're making with money, you're making money with people, and that's the whole point, okay? So the more you push yourself to go out of your house, the more money you'll make, okay? But it's not about the money, okay? You must understand it's more about having enough money in your life. You must understand that if you have enough to live on right now, then why are you chasing more money? If you have enough money to live on, as soon as you don't have money anymore, that's when you start working a 9-to-5 job, okay? When you have no more money, or when there's no income coming from anywhere anymore, that's when you start working a 9-to-5 job, okay? That's the best time for you. And now, what's going to happen when you start making more money? What's going to happen is you're going to build your social skills with people, because you're making money with people, for example. And then you're also making sure that you have a different schedule, for example. And then, for example, you're always investing your money in the best places, making sure that you're also understanding to never save your money, okay? Never save your money, but make sure that you're investing your money in the best places, okay? Because that way you understand much more about life. So get that information where you have to invest that money in the best places. So invest your money in real estate, okay? And now you must understand that, for example, many people invest their money in real estate having a mortgage. And it's not about having a mortgage. Like Grant Cardone said, make sure that you're always looking at real estate that's 32 units and above, and making sure that you have that 1% rule, and making sure that you find someone out there who's willing to invest in you about that real estate, and making sure that you also manage that real estate for yourself on your own. Making sure that you're managing that real estate and the money from that person, and making sure that you're going to the banks out there to get that real estate happening for you. And then that's how you actually have real estate for yourself, but making sure you're always looking around the world for that real estate, okay? So, for example, real estate, in terms of Grant Cardone, says start where you are. Start being interested in real estate, and making sure that you understand that make sure you understand to start doing real estate where you are, for example, and get to know the market, get to know the information, you understand? And then meet new people regarding that kind of information. Make sure that you understand it's more about making sure that you're meeting other people in regards to real estate or business, making sure that you're meeting new people, getting out there, making sure that you're understanding much more about life, and making sure that you're always teaching people on a daily basis in regards to that as well, and making sure that you're always understanding that it's much more about learning from other people as well, so you're always listening much more. And then guess what, I promise you, eventually you're going to have a deal, and then you're going to have an investor, and then you're going to have the bank as well as your investor, and then you're going to have no money down on your real estate eventually. And then make sure they understand that is how you actually get your real estate eventually. And then you have to understand, you have to look at hundreds of deals, and you have to understand to be so curious about it. And now, why am I not searching for real estate, for example, at the moment? Because at the moment I'm moving to Germany, for example. I'm moving to Germany, and it's going to be a new type of real estate over there. You're saying, it's going to be something new, and you have to understand that I have to find the application over there to do that with, and I have to understand that I have no papers in Germany as well. So the thing is that at the moment, right now, for myself to have real estate is not an option at the moment. You must understand why that is, because I'm moving to Germany, and I'm trying to get myself papers for Germany. So the thing is that for myself, because I'm moving around the world right now, you must understand that things are different for me, but for you it must be also different. And you have to understand that things for you right now, that you have to understand that the best information out there is on health, and it's on everything. You must understand that the more you read in daily life, the better you're going to become in terms of all areas of life, and the more that information is going to sink into you, and the more it's going to help you to benefit yourself and other people in the long run about everything that you're doing. So make sure you always have a little pencil when you're talking, for example, and make sure that you understand why that is, because I can always orchestrate my words through moving my pencil, okay? So you must understand that, for example, when I brought my pencil the other day to poker, and I was doing my things around poker like this with a pencil, I won actually $400. And you must understand that next time I'm going to go to poker, I'm going to bring my pencil again, and I'm going to make sure that I'm always just flickering around the pencil or the pen around people, and I'm just going to really deal with life on a daily basis like that as well. I'm just going to help myself to have a pen in life where I can go and just correspond to life in that kind of manner so that I can live my life much better. So a pen helps you to think, okay? It helps you to understand, to cut through the edges, okay, of your words and through everything that you're doing. So for example, if you want to be much more spiritual for life, then you have to understand to read more, and you have to understand every single day to always grow your imagination through more watching of other people. So when you're actually watching other people, you're growing your imagination of what people are doing, for example, and why they're doing it and how they are doing it and where they are doing it and with whom they're doing it, okay? And then also they teach you exactly what they're teaching you what they are and how they are and why they are, and they're teaching you everything about people nature, okay? So watching other people is a thing about people nature. I mean, you get to understand people nature much more, and that's the thing about reading. So the more you read, the better for you, and the more you actually grow. So make sure every single day you're doing something that's corresponding to a better way of life for yourself, so that you actually understand much more about life, because that's how you grow. I mean, you grow through different ways of thinking, making sure that you're understanding every single day. Get yourself a nice and beautiful pen where you can go and orchestrate yourself around the phone like that. And the thing is that what I mean is, make sure you get yourself a pen where you can go and do the touch screen with your pen, okay? And you can use your pen to touch the screen, okay? And instead of your fingers. So make sure you get yourself one of those pens, and then go through Netflix and go and watch all those images, and make sure every single day that you're always really understanding something. But I want someone to create an application where I can watch images, and not have to click on Netflix to watch those images. I mean, you're saying I want images to flick at me really fast through an iPhone or through Samsung or whatever it is. I want someone to create an application out there where images can be flicking at you really fast, where you can just hold the selfie stick and just watch all these images coming at you. I mean, you must understand, I want someone to create that. Because for myself to create that, I mean, you have to understand, I have to have the financing for that. And right now I have, at the moment, minimal financing for that. So you must understand that I have enough financing for myself to live on at the moment. But you have to understand that the thing is that if you want to do better for yourself, you have to have enough, and enough's enough. So make sure you understand that God's always made everything, and God always made everything for you. And you must understand that God has everything that you ever want in life in terms of eternity. So you must understand that everything that you didn't achieve in this lifestyle or this lifetime, you'll achieve it in eternity. And you must understand eventually that you're always going to be a best version in eternity, because you're with God. I mean, God's going to be your teacher, and God's always going to be someone that's always there for you, okay? So make sure you understand that I always wish that Jesus Christ was right here with me, making music or making life coaching happen with me, than anything else in the world. And why is that? Because I wish for a teacher to be with me over here while we're talking together, and while we're doing things together, and making sure like a little brother or sister or something like that, or someone to sit with me, to actually do my life with me. I mean, in a sense, to have that company with people. But I'm not feeling lonely. But the thing is that you must understand, I wish I had someone that can always sit with me, and that can always teach me life. I mean, that can teach me something about life. I mean, you understand? So there are plenty of people out there teaching life and teaching advice and teaching marketing skills and teaching out there all the information of the world. And you must understand, every single day, go and tune yourself into that information, because that's going to help you to grow, and that's going to help you to become much more aware of what people are talking about and how they're talking about it, and what they are doing and how they are doing it. And you have to understand every single day that the more you interest yourself around information, the more of an informational type of person you'll become, and the more of an information provider you'll become. And now I'm a life coach because I have much more awareness than other people. And you must understand why. I mean, you must understand, because I have things to do. I have things every single day to say something, to regard myself with, to have a nice, beautiful life for myself, to make sure that I'm growing myself in the best kind of way. And I have to understand every single day that there's always much more information, and there's much more to see, and there's much more to do. And the more you see, for example, I mean, you must understand that the more you see in life, the more you can do. I mean, and you must understand that the more you see, the more you do. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand to use your eyes to your advantage, using your brain, make sure that you're using your smarts, making sure every single day that you're doing something around people. Every single day, make sure that you're understanding that no matter what, that you're always living life every single day to the best kind of to the best kind of ability that you can every single day, because that's what's going to help you to grow, and that's what's going to help you to really live life. So every single day, make sure you understand you're growing your social media every single day as much as possible, so that you understand that it's much more about living life in the process every single day in the best kind of manner, and just loving yourself every single day. I mean, you must understand that it's always helpful to understand how to live life and how to actually deal with your life on a daily basis. But the more you express yourself, guys, the better you'll become in terms of expressing yourself, and the more you'll become better at helping other people. Okay, so make sure you understand that no matter what, you have to understand that every single day you have to understand that there's a new door being opened every single day for you, as long as you reach out for that, and you make sure you understand that as long as you reach out for it, you're going to find that new information. Okay, because every single day, make sure that you have an open mind about information, and make sure that you're always willing to grow. I mean, make sure you understand that you always have hope. Okay, always have hope to grow, and always pray for yourself every single day in bed, before bed, say a little prayer. I mean, make sure you understand every single day, be grateful for what you have in life. Okay, because other people wish that they had what you had. Okay, and you must understand that there are people out there who have much more problems than you. I mean, there are people out there, who have less money than you. I mean, there are people out there who have more in terms of less health than you. I mean, there are people out there who are in prison. I mean, you must understand that they don't have the life that you have. So there are people out there that are also much more successful than you, and there are also people who are much more, like, for example, much more failures than you. I mean, you must understand. So be somewhere in the middle. I mean, you understand, but make sure you understand that every single day, try to do better than the middle. I mean, try to do better than yourself every single day. And make sure you understand that you're only ever competing with yourself. I mean, you're not competing with other people. I mean, so that's the whole point. I mean, you must understand the whole point is always level yourself up. I mean, make sure that you're leveling yourself up in terms of information, and upgrade your hard drive. I mean, you're saying upgrade your brain, which is your hard drive. Okay, I mean, always learn. I mean, always be sharp about what you're saying. I mean, making sure you're doing something around the scenes, making sure that you're growing yourself, going over there. I mean, going around there, making sure every single day you're expressing yourself, making sure that you're going around traveling every single day, traveling somewhere, doing something to travel. But ways to travel, guys, you must understand that you read, and the more you read, the more you travel. Okay, so, and you have to understand that the more information you provide, or the more information you have as well, and you have much more information, and you provide that information, okay, and then you read much more, approach the more you have. Okay, so you must understand that the more you read, the more you have. Okay, and that's the whole point of life.